Okay, I'm back. So, um, yeah. So this video, oh yeah, I don't remember when I talked about that. I probably did mention in another video, but I forgot to mention it about when I told that homeless, they're not homeless, that family that bullied me a couple of days ago in the food line. I said, y'all say y'all work for Satan. And they say, you are Satan. You know, when I was, got into the argument with them or whatever. So yesterday, like I was looking at some YouTube videos about, people saying that in one way that if they won't, if the, if your phone won't track you for social distancing, you, have to stay apart. I mean, they say, oh, one solution is, leave your phone at home if you're going to go out, so, um, I left my phone at home. Well, I'm just renting a room now, and I don't know how long this gonna last, so it's like, I don't know how long this gonna last. I'm surprised I've been here a week. So, okay, me and the, me, see my phone is trying to freeze on me, because of gang stalkers in my phone, hackers, but, so me and the roommate and her son, we go to the park. Well, I left my phone yesterday, and this has happened before, where if I leave like people say, even other targeted individuals say, well, leave your phone at home or whatever. But me leaving my phone, I ended up being gang stalked more heavily without my phone than when I usually have it with it. So, I mean, some people might be like, well, that's how you know you got a microchip implant in you, or they track us by satellites. You don't have to have your phone, you know. And one thing I wasn't gonna say, but I might as well say it. I wasn't gonna say this, but it's like I told her, about, you know, because I thought she was at least half woke, you know. Some moments she'll act like she's woke, and other moments she'll act like she's, took the blue pill, if you know what I mean. So, like, I told her, in case they want to do something, in case I don't, like, I feel bad every day because the idea of her being subjected to what I'm going through, I just have these fears of, certain things I'm not going to mention. I don't want to give them any ideas. I don't want to give the perps any ideas, but I just have certain fears, you know. So I just let her have a heads up of what I'm going through. And so, like, it was a black gang stalker in an Infinity SUV. The moment we went downstairs, they were already parked. Like, you know how they have the parking with just straight lines and everybody's parked next to each other? Well, the Infinity was parked like sideways in that parking space, like, and then, so we rode on our way to the park. I mean, when I told her, I'm like, look, that's a gang stalker right there. she didn't say nothing. I felt bad because it's like I felt like, well, she ignored me, you know. And so then, um, it's like we rode on, and I'm like, well, maybe I should just stop talking about it. Maybe I shouldn't just say nothing. It's just like, well, you believe what you believe in. If you believe you're gang stalked, then, you know, I'm like, no, it's not just what I believe. It's real, you know. But it seems like she's woke on certain things and not others, you know. Like, like, so I'm trying to be careful to not say too much or reveal too much, you know. So, it's like, well, you know, that I was like kind of upset because it's like, that was reminds me of when I'm going through the like talk to the crisis hotline or go through mental health counseling, and you talking about abuse or any harm that hurt that somebody done to you, and then they try to, well, she didn't do this, but it made me think of when they try to force you to rephrase your statement and say, well, I feel violated, rather than saying you violated me. Or, you know, say, like, you know, dealing with bullying growing up, you know, they try to force me to rephrase my statement to say that I believe or that I feel that I was punched in the mouth, rather than saying, John punched me in the mouth. They want me to say, so you, or if I'm filing a complaint against a store employee, like Family Dollar employee, and then I go to the manager and they try to force me to rephrase my statement, or if I'm talking on the phone and they be like, so you felt violent, you felt like you were cheated, you felt like, no, they did cheat me out of, you know, for example, or, you know, going out to eat and dealing with, you know, people, employees at different restaurants or whatever, cheat me out my food, and they'll say, well, you felt cheated. And I'm like, no, they did cheat me. Or you felt like it. Or, you know, whatever, trying to force you to believe a delusion, you know. But that's what it felt like yesterday. And, you know, even though she didn't do that, she was just like, well, you believe, well, that's what you believe, you know. But I believe was true. It's not just a thought. It's real. It's true. It's factual. And, you know, everybody has a breaking point. Some people live like as if a lot of stuff doesn't bother them, but everybody, we all have a sensitive moment or a sensitive spot that, you know, people act in general. Some people say that we targeted individuals should talk to random people in society out and about and make them aware, like more like not with your coworkers, but say somebody, a passenger on a bus or something like that, you know, or hold up signs and make more awareness. Some other targeted individuals think you should just keep everything a secret, you know. So, I mean, there are some targeted individuals who say that the perps might have put bed bugs in this bed on purpose while she was gone, or broke into our house, into her apartment or something. Because she said she never had it, you know. So who knows if they might have done something like that, you know, just before I got here. But I don't have any proof, you know. So all I know is, you know, well, she switched the bed out and stuff like that, you know. So now I'm not being bitten up no more. Wow. So it's like, like when you tell a person, trying to wake a person up about these conspiracies, and they try to force you to see a psychiatrist and take medicine. And if I say, no, I don't want to take Lexapro because that's poison. And then they'd be like, well, and then they try to force me to exchange. Well, you think that it's poison, or you feel like it's poison, but they never taken this Lexapro in their life, but then are sure that the Lexapro will do you good, that it will do your body and your mind very good, and that it's helpful and it's effective. How do you know it's effective if you never? How you know it's just good for me if you never taken it? Why don't you see how it affects your body? You know, I mean, psych pills never did anything good for me. And I'm glad to not be in a fake cult Bible class or take psych meds no more ever in my life again. You know. So, even yesterday, I was being, followed around by a lot of people. And then I think when we were walking at the park, I dealt with some directed conversation. This black lady who drove a Nissan Altima, and then she backed in like they say the perps do, and I thought it was somebody trying to monitor me, but then she waited for her friend, and then they were walking. I'm surprised they were nice and said hi, but they talked in a way I thought it was directed conversation, because they mentioned Joni. I have the foster sister's name is Joni. It's like right when they walked by me, they mentioned Joni. I'm like, well, what a coincidence, but no, it ain't. So also, they had this black man. The moment we pull up, that's when this black man during the day had his high beams on and like a green, like a olive green Ford Explorer truck, not an SUV but truck, and then they had these guys, black guys wearing black and red, and they wait till every time we were walking laps, and by the time I passed by, they cranked the music up, and then when I walked a certain farther distance, then they turn it off, and some just other stuff going on, like just increased almost like so many people surrounded me, everybody gang stalking me with no cell phone. I didn't have my phone with me. And I'm like, well, this been a good day for me to have my phone, because if I would have had my phone, then they would, if I would have had my phone, then, I could have recorded those bastards. But I did this to test an experiment, to have no phone to see if I got gang stalked even heavier. So I know I went a long time, and so thanks for watching, and bye-bye. I hope that this can upload.